What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? So I just want to be nosy, be a little nosy. I just want to be a little nosy. So how we gonna be a little nosy today, you guys? Oh shit. So a lot has been going on with BlueFace and Chrisean Walk. And so essentially, I don't know if y'all know who they is, but they're just because she got famous off of Blue Girls Club, and she was like a track athlete, and he was just some nigga from around the way who got big off of his little song Blueface Baby, and then he did that little collab with Cardi B. So then it was like, oh, okay, bust down, Tatiana, bust down, boom, right? That happened. Everything smooth, smooth, smooth. Next thing you know, Blueface is like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a whole bunch of girls, and I'm gonna put these girls in a mansion, and I'm gonna record them. Then I'm gonna put it on some platforms, and we're gonna call it Blue Girls Club, play off the Bad Girls Club, boom, right? So they do that, and then Chrisean, she just an out the way girl, so she's from DMV. She go to LA. She just trying to live, be a hot girl, whatever. So she for the DMV. She go, you know what I'm saying? She on whatever LA time she type she on. So then she out there in LA. And so then basically, Blue put out the ad, and he like, yo, if there's some baddies who trying to be in a mansion with a big dog, do what it do. Send me a little slip. Send me a little something. So then basically, Chrisean sees the ad, puts her shit in, she go in, she boom, boom, boom. I'm Chrisean Rock. I'm ready to be a blue girl, right? She in it, and then essentially shit happening, stuff get crazy, fights. Chrisean lost a tooth. Next thing you know, now they're in a relationship. That's the whole point. So basically, they're in a relationship, and then basically their relationship spun off the show because essentially they were competing to be his girlfriend, but also she just kept doing very much, what some people would call extreme things to please him. And so at one point, she got a tattoo of him, and next she got like bad tattoos of him, and so she just keeps getting tattoos of him. She got his face on a tooth. She got his name tattooed on her intimate areas, and so basically they continue to have this tumultuous public relationship where she puts her hands on him, he puts his hands on her, and then next thing you know, they get an official show through Ghetto Zeus Network, right? And why am I calling them ghetto? Because it's just like, this is just not okay. So then he'll basically, it's called, the show, it's called, what is it called again? Oh, it's called Crazy in Love, Playoff Beyonce, right? So they call it Crazy in Love. And long story short, most recently, she cracked this man in the head with a Hennessy bottle, right? And then I'm like, oof, wow. And then basically, come to find out a few weeks later, like literally like 2 weeks ago, she was pregnant. Supposedly she's had X number of abortions, three or two. No, she's had two. Excuse me, let me not play on her top. Two. So basically that happens, and then today or yesterday, one of those days, they're all in the news making headlines because I don't know if it's a wedding or if it's a video. So it's about time to do the reading. I gave y'all a little bit of the rundown, a little bit of the tea. And now we're just going to look at, just publicly accessible information from a psychical lens, okay? So let's see. So what's going on with Blue and what's going on with Chrisean? So Blue is thinking about his career. He's very much money and personally oriented and really focused on what's going on with his perspective. And so, hold on, let me fix y'all, because y'all ain't even. Alright. So yeah, Blue, he's very much so focused on the monies. Blue is focused on the monies right now. So Blue is focused on the monies. What is Chrisean focused on? So Chrisean is focused on Blue. Because Chrisean really is trying to mimic that broken family dynamic, and she believes that they can honestly live happily ever after. Does Blue believe that? Blue deeply so, and this is what I've always felt. So it's just interesting that it's coming out. I personally believe that Blue actually does have a very strong and intense feelings for Chrisean Rock. And Blue has a deep attachment to Chrisean Rock. He's very possessive over her, and honestly, he feels like he can always go back to her because she allows herself to be that accessible to him, and she really likes he really identifies with her. And I think that it also is a play of also some experiences that he has, because I think that she kind of reminds him in different ways of his mother, and I think that he kind of through his brokenness is trying to connect with his mother through her, if that makes sense, or there's like some similarities and experiences there. um hold like so ghetto. Okay, so hello, so we back. Okay, so yeah, so that's just a little kind of overall assessment. Tell me why I'm playing a little something and they had a nerve to put an ad on in my shit. Like, girl, get out of here. Alright, cool. So alright. So let's look into their current connection. So what is really happening between them? Oh, okay. Okay, so essentially what's currently happening is that the things that are at play here, there are three things that are significantly at play here. Well, yes. So there is lust, sex, love, drugs, money. Oh, excuse me, drugs, money. This is all money, fame, stardom, acclaim. And then we have the way that their traumas connect, and the way that, you know, it's like she looks at him kind of like, well, she says daddy, but it's very parental in terms of like the connections and like him wanting to be that domicile over her, if that makes sense. But then we also have a lot of egoism and narcissistic tendency and behavior there as well. Why are they together? Let's look at, so Chrisean and Blue, why are they together? So Blue, it feels like overall he's not really sure where he's going at the moment. He is just basically here for the ride, and it seems like Chrisean is ultimately on a life's mission to have the pretty woman story, where essentially she meets the dream guy and he finds her, and then they get rich and live happily ever after, you know? And that's what she prays for. Will Chrisean have that outcome though, is the case. Let's see. No, she's not gonna have that outcome. Well, let's say like, okay, because that's a loaded question. What I just asked was a very loaded question, so we're going to just reset because, yeah, that was a loaded question. So the answer is no. But essentially, what that no just means is that in the form that she thinks that she wants something, she's not gonna get it in that format. And that question was just a little layered. All right, so let's just go ahead and let's just look at what's going to be happening for the next 3 months. We're just going to look at what's going to be happening for the next 3 months in terms of the public eye. Like, what can we expect to see from these people? All right, cool. So first month, what is going on between Chrisean Rock and BlueFace? Okay, so Chrisean and Blue somehow are coming out with something more with their marketing. It seems like that I feel Chrisean is honestly going to get some type of brand line, crazily enough. It's not going to be something super like well known, but she's definitely going to get some type of something affiliated with her, which will be very shocking, I think, to most people. It seems like Chrisean is just going to continue to dominate the headlines, honestly, and draw a lot of personal attention. And I think that Blue, it seems that he's honestly going to not really be that notable in terms of what he's personally doing with his career. He's going to definitely be putting out some type of projects and music and things like that, but it just seems like I don't think it's going to get as much attention because it's not going to get attention until he really includes Chrisean in there. Because now the success is kind of interlinked, and I think that Blue is trying to deviate from that. I think Blue wants to continue to remain as he's comfortable with being affiliated with her, but at the same time he wants to be able to make sure that he can still be BlueFace, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's the first month. Are we going to be seeing anything hectic and crazy emotionally? Like, what's happening? So no, there's definitely going to be another chaotic moment. There's definitely going to be another chaotic moment. It seems like there's going to be two. Yeah, I would say two chaotic moments. Two chaotic moments. So, and I think both of them will get physical. It's definitely going to get emotionally chaotic and violent. So, be aware of that. Also, is Chrisean Rock pregnant? That's really the tea, which I definitely forgot about. Y'all want to know if Chrisean Rock is pregnant? Let's see. And this is as of right now. Who knows what the bitch will get into, but is Chrisean Rock pregnant as of today? I'll have the date there so you can see it. Chrisean Rock ain't fucking pregnant. That bitch ain't pregnant. Is she trying to get pregnant? That bitch ain't even trying to get pregnant. Is this just some shit for a headline? Oh, that bitch is doing this for a headline. But is she going to get a miscarriage? I don't think she's even thought that far. I don't even think that she's even thought that far. Wow. Will we see Chrisean Rock pregnant in the next 3 months? That's the real question. Because just because she's not pregnant, that don't mean she can't be pregnant later. See, okay, so so the bitch gonna get pregnant in the next 3 months. So there's that. I think, honestly, Chrisean Rock will get pregnant within the next month or two, to be honest. And then she'll, like, be able to really do the pregnancy thing. Or attempt to, child. Okay, so let's look at the next 2 months. So, 2 months. Chrisean's going to continue to desire and seek after BlueFace, but what are we going to be seeing publicly? Honestly, it seems like they might clean themselves up a little bit, honestly. And I feel like somebody's going to be admitted into rehab or have like some type of hospitalization happen. Will there be legalities coming up? So, BlueFace, is he dealing with legal stuff? The second month, it doesn't really feel like anything's going on to be legal, but I think that BlueFace is definitely heading towards a path of dealing with legalities. Let's see, is that the actual outcome in the third month? No, it's not, but I think it's far off. Is it next 5 months? Let's see. Next 5 months. Next 5 months. Next 5 months. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 months from. Yeah. So. Alrighty, daddy. So we have to do a little reset. All right, cool. So ultimately, month 3, it feels like hospitalization is going to be very significant for one of these people, and they're going to be seen a lot at the hospital. Honestly, is that Chrisean actually being pregnant? Like, I'm just so confused. So I don't believe that she's pregnant. That's the thing. But I'm like, is she? But I think that does she genuinely believe that she's pregnant? No. So she's just lying. So that's just propaganda. So the bitch ain't pregnant. Bitch ain't pregnant. We gonna keep it really a stack with you. The bitch ain't pregnant. Yeah, Chrisean is not pregnant. Okay, cool. So what can we expect, honestly, ultimately? Or is there anything that we should know? Okay, let's see. What else do you guys think we need to know about this situation? Will they end up staying together? Actually, yes. Yes. Okay, so they'll be together in the next 3 months. Will they break up? Yes. 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 Okay. Will we see another leak? I honestly want to say we're going to see another leak video. Maybe not necessarily from between the two of them, but it's going to affect both of them. So he's definitely going to have a leak. Like, I know there's going to be a leak. Will there be any cheating scandals between Blue and Chrisean in the next 3 months? I guess there's always a cheating scandal, huh? All right, you guys. So that's enough. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. You guys be easy, and I'm gonna see y'all on the flip. All right, y'all be easy. Bye.